Hey you guys, alright, so it is Ashton Meyer and I am coming to you guys from my car because it's like seriously, I think the one place that I can actually make a video. And I'll explain here a little bit about that. So anyways, okay, so the Lord has really been putting on my heart this word passion. And I don't have a lot of time. I have an event to get to at 9 o'clock. So I want to share this with you guys quick though, okay? Because hopefully that this can hit some of your guys' hearts. Maybe some of you guys are in the same, or not, same situation as I am, but some of you guys may be in similar situations. You're sitting here and you're like, I've got passion for this business, right? You have a passion to help people change their lives. You have this passion to see, the transformations that go on physically, financially, emotionally, and in so many different ways with this business. And you're passionate about this business. You're passionate about the products. So, but then we have all these things that come up in our life, right? We have, I just went through a divorce. Like my divorce just became final 2 weeks ago. But during the whole year, while I was pregnant and stuff, I dealt with things that was really difficult for me to, I don't want to say stay passionate about the business, but it's like, I worried about so many other things, and even now, my life, my home life situation, it's hard for me to make a video at where I'm at the specific time that I need to, because either kids are sleeping and I don't want to wake them up, or there's other people in the house, and it's not that I care what they hear about, but it's just like, it's a distraction, right? So, we have all these things that come against us that are like, we're still passionate about these things, and we're still passionate about helping people, but we let those things stop us from taking action. So a lot of you guys, just think about it for a second. So what are some things that you're passionate about? Like for me, I am passionate about my Cowboys. So do you think that I just sit there and I'm like, yes, I'm so passionate about Cowboys, and I don't do anything about it? No. Passion does not just... Passion requires action. So, I could read you the definition of passion in the dictionary, and it doesn't say anything about taking action. But how can you be passionate about something and not do it? So, like, if you're passionate about playing soccer, are you going to be sitting there on the sidelines like, oh, man, I really love soccer. I love soccer, but not playing it? No, absolutely not. So, if you're passionate about this business, you can't just be sitting there like, oh my gosh, this business is amazing, I'm so passionate about it, but you're not taking any action to further your business, to grow it, to actually show that you're passionate about this business, that you're passionate about helping people change their lives. You have to take action among that. So I really quickly, like I said, I talk quick. Okay, I'm not going to read this whole thing. So I want to bring up the whole parable. If you go to, and you know what, I'm very much into my faith, so you're going to hear a lot of my faith come out with this business. That's who I am. Well, that's who I grew to become. So the parable of the bags of gold and talents. It's in Matthew 25, verse, if you look through 14 to 30. So quickly, if you've never heard this story before, pretty much somebody comes up and they're like, hey, this man gives 5 bags of gold to one person, gives 2 bags of gold to another person, and gives 1 bag of gold to another person. And so while this man goes, what ends up happening is the guy with 5 talents turns it into 10. The guy with 2 talents turns it into, well, I should say gold, but talents and gold, it's the same thing. Turns the 2 gold into 4. And the guy with 1 got so afraid. And I just want to read you this verse. So the man who had received 1 bag of gold came to the master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. So the guy that got 1 gold, that got 1 talent, was afraid of what he would think if he couldn't produce more. And you're probably wondering where all this is going, and I'll explain here. So we have these things that come up in our life. We have these things that come up that, like judgment. We get fear of judgment, that we don't want to share our story over and over because we're like, okay, people have already heard it. We have all these fears that come against us where we want to kind of shy away from opening up the opportunity, sharing our passion and everything. And you know what happened to that guy? This is what he said to the guy. You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well, then you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So hear me out here. God has given you talent. God has given you this uniqueness. You have passion with this business. So what I'm saying here, if you actually sit down and read this parable and break it up, don't hide what it is that you have to offer. Don't hide your story. Don't let that fear come against you and your passion, because you need to take action. You need to share the story. You need to do the actions and grow this. Like, if you're just sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna do this. What is God gonna come to you and say? Like, what did you do with what I gave you? So you need to cut off the past, because we all have different things to offer this business. But if you're passionate about changing people's lives, and you're like, hey, I'm called to do this, you need to stop the fear. You need to bring what God has given you, and you need to multiply it, and you need to duplicate it. I'm going to look at this one little note that I wrote here. Okay, so anyways, quickly. So, just to piece this all together here. Like I said, God has given you talents. He's given you gifts. He's given you a uniqueness. And you grew passionate about helping people change their lives. And you grew passionate about this business. And all of a sudden, you're getting these things that God has given you to use and to share for other people. But yet, you let into this fear of other people, this fear of judgment, this fear of not being good enough, this fear of, being like everybody else, whatever it may be. And you're not duplicating and growing the way that you should in this business because you're not taking action on your passion. And it's something that hit me because, like I said, with me recently, with the things that I've gone through over the last year and going through right now, I was like, it's made a lot of sense that God has put this on my heart. Like, I need to take action on this. I need to quit wasting what God has given me, because He's going to come up and ask me, what did you do with what I gave you? And I want to help people. I want to change their lives. I want to see the impact that this business can have on people. I want to see the impact that the products have on people. And so if you're sitting there like, you know what, that's me. Like, I've been so afraid to share my story all the time, or I've been so afraid to share these breadcrumbs with people, or I feel like people are think I'm just going to be here for the money, or I feel like people are going to think that I'm just here for this. No, you need to take action on your passion. And if this is what you're passionate about, I mean, it's no different. If you really think about it, it's no different from Walmart. It's no different from any other store. They're out there selling things because that's what they're passionate about. That's what their CEO came up with. That's whatever. You're the CEO of your own business right now, and you need to act on it. You need to place these actions on it and watch what you can do and duplicate. Did you increase what God has given you? So I hope that those are some little points. Like I said, read the parable, go through it, and just take a moment to think, okay, I have passion on this business. I don't need to worry about what anybody else thinks. I'm going to take every single piece of talent that God has given me, every single piece of uniqueness, every single struggle that I've been through, every single circumstance that I bring through, and I am going to pull it through and put it out and watch the impact that it's going to have on other people. I'm going to use every single thing that I have to help as many people as I can. It just starts with you pushing aside your fear, pushing aside your doubts, and trust me, talk to Lindsay. She'll be the first one to tell you that I've come to her so many times. I have been attacked with this doubt. I've been attacked with this fear. I've been attacked with not feeling good enough over and over and over. And it's something that I have to tell myself every single day. I started reading a passage every single day so that I know my worth, so that I know that I am valuable, so I know that, you know what, I can do this, that I am going to help people through this business, and I'm going to grow it, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you know what? It may not look like everybody else's journey, but I know where I want to go. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.